What's wrong with the world? Seriously, I mean, this innocent child used to have a house in a small town in a country called Syria. Yes, that same Syria that not long ago was crowded by people holding their flags and calling for a better country. Facing violence and oppression in return, a war was triggered, a war that was too complicated as a result of multiple political divisions. In 1 year, 5,000 people were killed, out of which 300 were children. Then everything went wrong, just wrong. Today, the total number of lives lost is approximately 470,000. So this child's family, along with many other families, started fleeing from Syria to escape the horrible war in hopes of finding a new beginning where they don't have to wake up to the sound of bombs every day. By 2016, more than 4,840,000 Syrians were displaced, among which were children who lost families, schools, and friends. How did we let this happen? In hopes of survival, Syrians went to Iraq, Lebanon, Jordan, Turkey, and Egypt. They just wanted a better, a future for their children. They didn't care about the risks as long as they kept trying. Thousands of Syrians took that dangerous journey in the Mediterranean Sea, from Turkey to Greece, in hope of finding shelters in Europe. Some made it, but many didn't. You see, the fleeing process is not safe either. Thousands lost their lives before they could even find a shelter. Not all those who made it to shelters had their nightmares end either. How did we let this happen again? This child's name is Zayad. Zayad hasn't been to school in 3 years, hasn't played with friends, or even had a good night's sleep. There are thousands of other children that had their lives on pause since the Syrian conflict. Indeed, the situation in Syria has triggered the world's largest humanitarian crisis since World War II. Until today, they are suffering, and the future of those children is vague, and so are the hopes of them rebuilding Syria again one day. And you know what? Sometimes all they need is support. So are we going to let violence take over the world? Are we going to live with the shame of handing the next reign of the world to the malicious? No, I know I won't. Let's have our differences dissolved. Let's unite against violence. Let's stand up for humanity. Click on the links in the description to find out how you can support Syrian refugees.